Hi everyone, Sandra here from the Canadian, yeah, I'm from the Canadian prairies, northern prairies, from one half of the creative wandering duo, the Canadian wandering duo. Yeah, so we should have called ourselves. Anyway, just figured I better check in again. It's been a while, and lots been going on. We last Saturday we were at the Fall Fair in Edam. Had a table there. They've had a lot of candle holders, which I think I showed you pictures of last time I was on. And I did up some aprons and some other things, and we did okay. Yeah, we covered our costs, and but it was an okay market. There was a rather large funeral in a nearby community and well-known family, and I think that took a lot of people away from the fall fair. It's sad, but it was good that it was so well attended by the community. Lets the family know, and our condolences go out to that family. But seen other people there that we've known for a while and met at other vending times, other vendors that have been at other fairs and trade fairs, etc., that we've run into over the years. This Saturday we have another trade fair here in Maidstone to go to, so I'm not sure if Dave will be attending with me. He hasn't been feeling very well, so he's been fighting a sinus infection and has been under the weather. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So, and yesterday we had our guild meeting in Lloyd. I belong to the guild there, and I'm on the planning committee. So we've been making blocks for charity quilts and scrap busting blocks. So if you've got a lot of scraps, they're a great way to use up those scraps. And but yeah, it's been a lot of fun. And I actually had that table runner completed, binding on it and everything to show, and that was the block for this month. So it was good to be able to show everyone what the block can look like in a runner or a small quilt or even a big quilt. And they're blocks that you can play with and make a totally different design. I have that. Just a minute. Right here. This was the table runner. I think you remember it from the last time. And for those of you that have EQ8, Electric Quilt 8 program, this is under the 4 patch, and it's an hourglass is what they call the block. And so it was nice to have a sample finished for them. And I'll show you what the block itself looks like, just the block done. Sorry, I didn't have it out. And it looks like it's in the bottom here. So there it is. When you just look at the block itself, it's hard to see the possibilities. There's the block itself. It is kind of hard to see from that what the possibilities can be for that. But you start making it, and as long as you're using the same color or a light background in all the squares, because we're doing scrappy, everyone will be using a light color, and it doesn't matter whether it's white, in the pastels, whatever, as long as it's light, it'll all go together. So and we're using it as a learning technique too. I'm trying to start simple and teach some basic piecing skills as we go along. So yeah, it's and then try and make it more complicated and use some of the techniques we've learned to progressively get a little more and more complicated, because we have quite a few beginning quilters in our group. And another thing that I've been working on is I'm going to make some pin cushions out of these. And this is that, oh, I don't know where I put it. It's around here somewhere. Yeah, it's around here. It's that product that has the squares, and you cut out, they're 1-inch squares, and you cut out 1-inch squares, and it's got an adhesive one on one side, and you lay the squares on that adhesive, press them down, and then sew your back. And you sew one direction, and then snip, and then sew the other direction. And these end up being 1/2-inch squares from a 1-inch square. These are 1/2 inch. So it looks like you did an awful lot of hard work. But because of it being glued in place, it just goes along real fast. And I figured they'd make cute little pin cushions. I think I'll do up some of those and give them away as gifts. And they use up those itty bitty 1-inch scraps. Way to do it. You could make a whole quilt out of that, and everybody'd think, wow. Yeah. And then for our guild, we had to make a name tag. So I used a Pellon product number, what is it here? 72F. It's got adhesive on both sides, and it's very, very stiff. So it keeps its shape. I like to use that in placemats, and I also use it in my mug rugs, because this one's been washed a few times, so it's loosened up a little bit, but it keeps it fairly stiff. So that's what I use. And I make my mug rug 6 inches by 10 inches. It's a nice size. So this here, that's what's inside. And then I just took some pieces that I had pieced and sewed them together and sewed the backing on. And then I put that piece, once I turned it inside out, put that piece in there, pressed it, and I just whip stitched the one end shut. Then I had, like you can see here, some yo-yos. Put those on, and I had some buttons, some fancy buttons. This is a button that I liked, another button that I'd found, and put those on, and used some embroidery cotton to outline my name in just a back stitch. Then I went in with Wonderfill Razzle, really shiny stuff. They've renamed things on me and I can't remember the name, but anyway, it's the really, really shiny threads, and I just wove back and forth into the stitches. Now the scissors have a tie clip type thing, and those I was given when from the family when their grandma passed away and mother passed away. It was very close friends, and her grandkids. She called me their surrogate grandma because we were together quite a bit, the grandkids and her son, and So yeah, those kids have all grown up now and starting families of their own. So yeah, so it's a good memory of her, a good way to keep it alive, and it also just clips through and holds it in place. But we decided to make name tags for our guild, so that with the new people coming in, and for those of us that are having memory issues in remembering names, I don't know, it seems like you get to a certain age and you can know somebody for years and years and years, and then all of a sudden there they are in front of you and you can't remember their name, and you feel so silly asking, what's your name? So this way we don't have to ask. we can appear really like we got a good memory left. And so this week I want to work on my bumper crop again. I have the outside border to get done, and so I have to applique that, and then I can get it onto the long arm. And that was by the quilt patch out of Moose Jaw, and they are no longer around. So this is what I'm going to work on this week for today and tomorrow, if I can get at it. And then Saturday I'm at the Fall Fair Christmas show. I'm not sure what they call it here in Maidstone, but anyway, it's down at the Legion's Hall. And so yeah, and then we always have a Loonie draw at our guild meetings, and yeah, we throw in our a Loonie and come out with some really cool gifts. The lady who does this has been doing it for quite a number of years, and I don't know where she finds all this good stuff, but she finds good stuff. So I won the draw. Second time I've done that in I don't know how many years. It's been a while. But anyway, this fabric was wrapped around everything. Isn't that pretty? I don't know the name of the fabric or anything. I just got a plain selvage edge on it, so there's nothing on there. But it's a fat quarter, so I'll find a use for that somewhere. And then there was a bobbin holder, and it's called Bobbin Nests. No more lost or wild bobbins in your sewing space. Tame up to 30 bobbins with the Bobbin Nest by Eversewn. Well, I had just bought a whole bunch new bobbins for my Husqvarna Sapphire, and I don't have any place to put them. So this, I believe, is going to work, because it only holds a few bobbins in there, so I've got 30 bobbins here. Pretty sure this should work. We'll have to try it and see. Yep, it'll work. So that was just exactly what I needed. And then I got these little scissors, and if you look at the end here, you can hook your thread and cut it. And I do hardonger, where I do thread cutting, and so it's nice because you can get in and just grab that one little thread and snip it. So they're pretty nice. I have another pair of them, but I don't think they're like this one. These ones are a little different, so I'll have to test those out. That's nice. And then I got the Sunshine Mat Tote with pockets. Huh. I haven't opened it up yet. I guess I'll have to so I can show it to you. See? And this is like in our Loonie draw. She has good prices. Perfect for hauling There's a zipper here. Oh, it's open. And that's got different pockets. Oh, okay. There's a pocket there. And a pocket in here. A little bigger pocket. And a pocket. Oh, no, there's a whole big pocket there. I see. There's a side pocket. You can put your cutter in there. And then a ruler or something in here because that's fair sized. Or put your pattern in there. There's another pocket down here. And that's divided in two. So, yeah, there's two pockets there. And then there's a great big pocket back here to put your cutting mat or rulers or whatever in there. So that's pretty handy. Handy little carrying case. That'll come in handy. But it might end up being my camper case. Look at that. So, thank you to the lady with the Loonie drop. And for those of you watching that don't know what a Loonie is, it's our $1 coin. We call it a Loonie because when it came out, it had a loon on the back. So it got called a Loonie. And then when they, because they did away with the dollar bills, and then when they did away with the $2 bills, that got called a toonie. So we have loonies and toonies. Kind of suiting for our crazy Canadians. Anyway, we do have fun with that. Our colorful money, colorful names. But that's what I've been up to for the past week or so. And hopefully now I can get sewing and yeah, get some more things done, get playing more. So I'm going to say goodbye for now. Remember to subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. Just hit that subscribe button and click like. Leave a comment. We enjoy that. So, and I'm going to tag on a few pictures that I took at the Saskatoon Quilt Show, which we went to a week ago Saturday. It was really, or Friday. We went on Friday. No, that was last Friday. That's right. It wasn't even a week ago. We went last Friday, and then we did the trade show, the fall fair. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. So I'll tag on a few pictures from that and enjoy. Remember to stay real. Bye for now. This is the quilt that took the Canadian Quilters Association Award at the Saskatoon Show. It has also taken the Saskatoon Quilters first place. Best of show. These here, there's sequins with beads in there. That's cutout work with thread painting behind. The same in here.